Let's fucking do it. Everybody, welcome to the world's greatest one-man show. It's time for some Dusty. Thank you guys for joining me. And I have a decent program tonight. Going to be probably a short show. We'll see what happens. Thinking I got like 90 minutes of content. It's all good. My fourth show this week, folks. I think that's the most I've ever done in a single week is 4 shows. So pretty good. I'm staying on top of it. And if you missed it last night, we did a special Thursday, a True Crime Thursday stream. Was pretty well received. People seem to like it. Did JF Garapay, shut up, Dusty. Did JF Garapay murder his wife? A true crime deep dive. You guys can't even see it. Here you go. Be nice for me to switch it over there. And did pretty good. A lot of JF Garapay fans weren't that happy with me, but good. Why would I want a murderer's fans to be happy with me? And once again, allegedly, I don't know that he did it, but I'm going to keep you guys appraised of this story as it continues because you guys seem to want me to keep track of it, but it's going to be a little harder for me to keep track of it because couldn't help but notice today, I got blocked by Mr. JF Garapay. Very innocent looking. Was it something I said? What'd I do? I don't even know. But apparently I said something. It might have been the fact that he is a balding, doughy, snaggletooth fuck or something like that. Probably. Or he's a murderer. Maybe he took one of those things personally, but blocked. So I guess I'm needing you guys' help to keep track of his Twitter. He seems to be posting like mad, which is exactly the opposite of what you want to do if you want to come off as innocent. He looks incredibly defensive. Like if you didn't do it, you would just be like, I don't care what you motherfuckers think. She gonna be found, or like I didn't do anything wrong, so I ain't worried about it. I ain't gonna respond to you. Just go about your business. That's what you do. Like, or like even more importantly, you would use every resource that's available to you to try to get the word out and find her, which he hasn't done either. But who am I to say? Who am I to give advice to murderers? Do what you want to do. But I need a backup account. It used to be on Twitter/X. You could use incognito mode to look at people's feeds who blocked you, but now you can't even do that. Fucking Elon Musk. So I guess I need a backup account. Any of you guys got a backup account you want to send me so I don't have to fuck with it? I think you need like a separate cell phone and shit. I don't want to mess with that. Anyway, you guys keep track of Rapey and let me know if he further incriminates himself. I would appreciate it. Yeah, he said women are crackos. He did say that for sure. He hates women. Exactly what you would expect. So, as always, folks, please consider super chatting me. Super Chat's the lifeblood of the show. There's a little dollar sign over here by the chat, and you click it, and you donate whatever you want to. And the more you donate, obviously, the more serious I'm going to take your question because I'm a slut. You can buy my love, but just demoralize yourself forever and ever and ever. So in a million years, when the AI is watching my program, which you know they're going to do, going to be their favorite program, you'll be immortal. They'll be like, that guy lived. I'm going to make nanobots to go back in time and resurrect him and bring him to the present because he was in this video. Definitely going to happen, folks. So super chat me and support the world's greatest program. And as always, floating cats on tonight's show, as usual. So I got some treats in my pocket. So when the time is right, kitty party. But not now, not yet. We're going to save it. So let's go ahead and kick the show off, folks. As always, going to start out with a little bit of Chudwatch. And then, and all the people said, Ric Flair, woo! Yeah, so catchy. You guys know in your spare time, you're doing the Ric Flair woo right along with me. And first off on Chudwatch, so apparently, Vivek Ramaswamy got rammed by protesters in a car. Yeah, violent left, the fucking violent left. They just can't handle the genius of Ramaswamy. And so, yeah, protesters upset about Vivek Ramaswamy remarks in opposition to aid for Ukraine yelled and swore at him and apparently rammed into his car. He went public and he said, I had a civil exchange with protesters today. Right before two of them got in their car and rammed it into ours. Those two should be held accountable. But the rest of the protest was peaceful and should be tarred by the behavior of two bad actors. He seems so reasonable in the face of this terrorism he's undergoing. He's clearly the victim here. And still, being the mature adult in the room, only, guess what, folks? Yeah, it's not true. He's a fucking liar. Cops deny Ramaswamy's claim his car was rammed. Yeah, shocker. On October 5th, police were dispatched to Saints Rest Coffee House on a report of property damage. Upon arrival, stated she had just eaten at Jay's Deli, located in the back of Saints Rest Coffee House, got into her 2007 Honda Civic, blue in color, and began backing out of her parking spot to proceed northbound. While backing out, she accidentally made contact with a 2023 Ford Explorer, black in color. Her Honda's rear passenger side bumper impacted the driver's side rear bumper of the Ford. The Ford was parked on the opposite side of the street, unoccupied at the time of the accident. The impact caused minor damage to both vehicles. A report was taken, and she was released. So, shocker, it was just an accident. But always got to play the victim. Oh, my God, they rammed into my car, says, Ramaswamy. Might want to be more honest, but I know you can't do that because it's not in your nature. Meanwhile, apparently Trump is sharing nuclear submarine secrets with just any Tom, Dick, and Harry that comes to Mar-a-Lago. And I believe it, folks. He is the goofiest, dumbest president we've ever had. So this completely tracks. Let's have a little bit of a look at the video explaining it.
We turn now to an ABC News exclusive involving former President Trump and nuclear secrets. Sources telling ABC News an Australian billionaire who was friends with Trump has told special counsel Jack Smith's team that the former president shared potentially sensitive information about America's nuclear submarines while at Mar-a-Lago and after Donald Trump left the White House. ABC News learning that billionaire allegedly then shared those U.S. nuclear secrets with dozens of others, including foreign officials, even his own employees. Here's Jonathan Karl.
An Australian billionaire and member of Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago club has told special counsel Jack Smith's team that the former president told him potentially sensitive information about the capabilities of America's nuclear submarines. Sources familiar with the matter tell ABC News. The alleged disclosure took place at Mar-a-Lago in April 2021, months after Trump left the White House. The billionaire, Anthony Pratt of U.S.-based Pratt Industries, then shared the information with scores of others, including more than a dozen foreign officials, several of his own employees, and a handful of journalists, according to the sources familiar with the matter. Pratt has been close to Trump for years.
Anthony is one of the most successful men in the world, perhaps Australia's most successful man, as they say.
According to sources, Pratt told investigators that when Trump told him the sensitive information, the former president was leaning towards him, as if to be discreet, allegedly sharing two critical pieces of information about U.S. nuclear subs: the supposed exact number of nuclear warheads they routinely carry, and exactly how close they supposedly can get to a Russian submarine without being detected. The specific capabilities of America's nuclear submarines is a tightly guarded national secret.
Yeah, he was telling everybody, and they were going to tell everybody, like a game of telephone. It was getting all over the place. And all our agencies for national security were warned that he was spreading this information around, and everybody had it. So super cool if only conservatives cared about anything. But we know they don't. We know they don't actually care. There was like a huge spike of U.S. spies that got murdered during the Trump administration. They have leaks all over the place. A lot of them coming from him, but it doesn't matter, folks. They have no idea what's going on. They think he was better for the economy than Biden, so we're just doomed as doom could be, I must say. Continues to be ahead of the polls. I know polls don't mean anything, but, well, you know, they do a little bit. Meanwhile, he dropped his $500 million lawsuit against Michael Cohen, which was, from the very beginning, just an intimidation tactic. If you tell the truth about me, I'm coming after you. I'm going to sue you. I'm going to wrap you up in lawyers' fees. I'm going to bankrupt you that way. But unfortunately for him, he had to be deposed, which means he has to go in and he has to answer questions from Cohen's lawyers to have the lawsuit continue on. So he made up a bunch of excuses why he didn't want to go in and be deposed, because obviously he doesn't want to be on camera being asked questions by Michael Cohen's lawyers. So he was like, I can't do it because I'm in all these other kind of lawsuits. And so they gave him an extension. Well, unfortunately for him, he decided to throw a fit and leave his last trial early, which is the excuse for not going to this deposition. And Michael Cohen was like, you left early. You could come here if you wanted to. And so the judge ordered him to come there, so he had to drop the lawsuit to keep himself from being deposed. So not surprising. Probably going to get a lot of sanctions against him for wasting the court's time, for frivolous lawsuits. Cohen probably going to get another $1 million or $2 million out of Trump for this, but it was all a delay and bully tactic. Everything's backfiring for Trump. And here is Cohen, not his lawyer, another Cohen, on CNN explaining just why him giving away nuclear secrets is so horrible for submarines, in case you didn't already know the reason.
Exactly right, Anderson. I was thinking back in Greek mythology, Roman mythology, they had the bird rumor, and under rumor's feathers were eyes and ears. And so that's how information spreads. So when you think, I'm just giving this information to a friend, number one, it's a violation of the law. But number two, that friend is going to spread it just like everybody else will when they have a rumor they've heard. They have inside information.
Or submarines.
Look how important I am. I'm close to former president, and I have this information, and it just spreads like wildfire. That's the danger. You're not just giving it to a friend. You're potentially giving it to enemies as well. So this is why it's so important. General Hertling, you mentioned the submarines in particular. Out of the triad, the submarine is the one that is most secure for us because it's not targetable. A preemptive target that can't go after subs. They can go after airplanes. They can go after land-based missiles, but not the subs. So they're special, and he's giving away special information on what is protecting us around the world.
The conservatives don't actually care about the military. They don't actually care about the troops. It's all bullshit. They're the party of nothing as usual. They only care about following their dear leader, like some Kim Jong-il motherfucker. And meanwhile, he just saying the quiet part out loud. I guess it wasn't quiet because he's been saying this the whole time, but it's exactly what I told you, folks. He ordered Congress to shut down the government. This is why McCarthy was voted out. This is why Matt Gaetz took the marching orders given to him by Donald Trump and ousted McCarthy, because Trump demanded the government be shut down because he thought it would hurt Joe Biden. And what he means by hurting Joe Biden is he thought it would hurt us. He thought it would hurt America. He thought it would cost our businesses lots of money, cost us lots of jobs. People would be angry, and that would hurt Biden. Whatever he can do to help himself, no matter who he has to throw under the bus, including the American people, he will do. Don't believe me? Just listen to him.
But you didn't have that. Kevin wanted to keep it open, and he said, we will not let our country close. I said, Kevin, I think it's wonderful what you're saying, but this is really, whoever president is, this is the president's problem, not your problem. Mm-hmm. And you would have been, you said negotiate from strength. You would have been negotiating from strength.
None of that's true. The Republicans would have taken blame for it. It would have hurt them in the midterms. It would have hurt them with their own donors. But Trump doesn't care about any of that whatsoever. You have to have blind obedience to Trump, regardless of how bad it hurts you or the American people or your constituents or even your own donors, or you're done for. And I got to give it to him. He has a stranglehold on the Republican Party right now. Definitely running the whole show from the sidelines. But everything Trump touches turns to shit. Like America. That's why America turned to shit. Mike Lindell says he's lost everything, folks. My pillow not going well. He did a really shaky, sad interview with Steve Bannon and other people talking about how his lawyers have dumped him because he owes them too much money. And he's lost every penny he has. So once again, like I said, everything Trump touches dies. There's Trump.
Mind Mike Lindell of My Pillow. Boy, do you sell those pillows? It's unbelievable what you do.
Unbelievable, Mike. It's amazing. That's how it started. Let's see how it's going.
Just filed in federal court that to drop us as our attorneys, and this comes from the lawfare basically, and from the media, the attacks on My Pillow, what American Express did, just devastating our credit, and we have to. I can't pay the lawyers. We can't pay. There's no money left to pay them. Just
the dumbest motherfucker. All he had to do was shut his mouth and cash his pillow checks. Hundreds of millions of dollars, but he couldn't do that. He had to make himself the main character. Had to pretend like he was going to overturn the election single-handedly. And then he got grifted by con men, paid millions of dollars for fake information. He challenged anybody who could prove his election information wasn't true could win $5 million. Well, somebody did, and he refused to pay them, of course, because he's not a man of his word. He's a shameless grifter. So all the employees, everybody who depended on you, all going to be out of a job now because you couldn't help yourself by spreading misinformation, lies, and basically trying to throw over their American democracy. So good. You're going to be bankrupt. Go back to smoking crack, you fucking moron. Love to see it. And another one. You get in bed with Trump. It's not going to go well for you. IRS claims Rudy Giuliani owes $550,000 in unpaid taxes, and they placed a lien on his place in Palm Beach, Florida. Hell yeah. And doesn't seem to be taking it well. You know, he blames Joe Biden. Somehow the fact that he didn't pay his taxes, and he ruined his reputation, and he filed frivolous lawsuits and got disbarred, and he defamed Dominion voting machines and got sued. All of this, folks, Joe Biden's problem, because one time Joe Biden said he was a Russian agent. So had a testy exchange during a press conference with his lawyer. I hate to be any of these guys' lawyers. I'm sure the guy's probably not his lawyer anymore because I think all his lawyers abandoned him because he couldn't pay them. He owed millions of dollars. But here's his lawyer, this guy over here, just trying to shut him the fuck up. Because the lawyer knows you're just making things worse. Like what Jeff Garapay did. Just shut up. So the lawyer tries to put him away, and he's all testy with the lawyer. Probably fired him right after this, or didn't have to fire him because he probably quit. But anyway, let's watch this exchange.
Thank you, everybody.
So, start off. The lawyer's trying to pull him off there. Thank you, everybody. Let's get out of here. Thank you, which is, your cue. Yeah, get the fuck off. They got a hook. They're pulling you off stage, Giuliani, but Giuliani can't shut the fuck up.
Thank you, everybody.
It's a typical New York Times malicious lie. I do not have an alcohol problem. I have never had an alcohol problem. And the reason I told you what I achieved is nobody could have achieved that if they did. When the hell was I drinking? I was working 24 hours a day. It's a big damn lie by a newspaper that's a disgrace and by a reporter who covered me, used to cover me very, very, in a very glowing way, and now is vicious and mean in what she does.
Thank you.
And it's my press conference. Vicious and mean. And if it weren't for the protections that the press gets with Times Against Sullivan, I mean, she should be sued for libel. She should also be thrown out of the profession for being a damn liar. But that's okay.
He's trying to help you, Rudy, but you won't take the help, and that's why you're in the situation you're in. You're too fucking stupid, too fucking hard-headed to read the room and listen to even your own lawyers. Meanwhile, totally lefty Democrat RFK Jr. will be headlining CPAC, the main Republican conference they have about every 2 days. You have Democratic presidential candidate, they didn't put Democratic in quotes, Robert Kennedy Jr. will be headlining speaker at Conservative Political Action Conference event in Las Vegas later this month. So, of course, the Trump campaign is starting to freak out a little bit because they're realizing, oh, my God, we pushed him on Joe Rogan. We pushed him on Russell Brand's show. Elon Musk pushed the shit out of him. All these conservatives have been pushing him as a legitimate candidate. And so now he seems to be polling better with conservatives than he is with Democrats. So, yep, you caught up to the car. Here's the karma you ordered. Now, Team Trump readies attacks on RFK Jr. as internal polling finds him helping Biden. So, hoisted by your own petard, that didn't work out for you. I hope he pulls all the votes away from Trump. A boy can dream. And meanwhile, Greg Gutfeld, comedian Greg Gutfeld, who is a multimillionaire, lives in a mansion, is a cat daddy surrounded by cats. So this rich, doughy, weak, pathetic pussy getting on Fox News, the number one cable news network in America, and trying to instigate a civil war. going to lie about how bad things are in a Biden, going to tell people, hey, voting doesn't work. They stole the election, so might as well do a civil war, y'all. Watch this gutless piece of shit.
But only certain people get criminal mulligans. And January 6 protesters, they don't get criminal mulligans, and here's why.
Because they tried to overthrow the government and install Trump as a dictator, and they got treated just like traitors should be treated?
They're the oppressor, right? So the oppressed get criminal mulligans. The people that are complaining, like us, we're actually oppressors, and we're losing power, so that's why we're upset. I just got a job at MSNBC. But let's compare the rights between criminals and victims. Okay, the criminals, they get a mulligan. They get to steal up to $900 worth of stuff.
It's even higher in Texas. You might want to check into that.
Can loiter, sleep, and shoot up in public areas, including playgrounds. They can loot and burn and call it social justice.
They arrested people that did that. And turned out a lot of those were conservatives, actually.
They can pile up dozens of arrests and never do time. Meanwhile, what about us?
I think you're thinking of like white-collar crime, like Trump, been committing crimes his whole life. Just now, finally, been held accountable for it.
Well, we have to change our lives to accommodate risk wherever we go.
Oh, no.
We have to move out of cities.
He's talking about white flight right now is what he's talking about. He's doing it very low-key, but it's exactly what he's talking about. We have to move out city, away from the thugs and criminals, y'all. This is literally how I got a free house. My house that I live in right now, 3,600 square foot, that I paid $14,000 for. I shit you not. Because of white flight. Because no white people want to live around here and the property values dropped to basically nothing. Just crazy. That's exactly what he's talking about.
For the sake of the safety of our families and our own safety. That's what's happening. We're being driven out of cities by the oppressed. So I return to my imperfect analogy from yesterday.
Being driven out of the city by people he's showing on the TV right now, black folks.
We had a war over slavery. We knew slavery was inhumane and immoral.
What do you mean we? You Christians, the people that were conservatives, yes, they were Democrats back then, but they were the conservative side before the polls switched. You were the ones doing the slavery, using the Bible as justification for slavery. So you don't mean we, you mean us.
But somehow we couldn't solve slavery peacefully. It was an evil. But one side refused to acknowledge that it was evil because it was too big of an admission for them to make. Doesn't that feel that way now? That this defiant refusal to reverse this decline argues against the survival of a country. What does that leave you with? It leaves you with you need to make war to bring peace. Because you have a side that cannot change, because then that means an admission that their beliefs have been corrupt.
Yeah. Which side is corrupt? The one who supports the guy that's got 91 federal indictments, the biggest criminal in the history of this country, or Joe Biden? It's always the fucking opposite, yo.
All the time. So in a way, you have to force them to surrender.
Or we could make love, not war.
I tried that once.
Or we have an election.
I had to go to a doctor.
Election, yeah.
No, elections don't work. We know that. We know they don't work.
No, we don't know that. You're lying about it. You're trying to disenfranchise people. You're trying to overturn American democracy. You don't think it works because you didn't win. You thought it worked fine when Trump won, but now suddenly your side didn't win and it doesn't work anymore. So you want to instigate violence while you sit in your fucking mansion and pet your cat.
They do work.
Look what we have. Look what we have. We had a moderate president. And
yes, Trump, a very moderate president, y'all.
We have crime exploding everywhere.
Crime is actually down.
We had a Democrat president promise that he was going to be moderate, promise that he was going to unite the country.
Yeah,
and now we have a terrible education system.
We have the same education system we had. You guys are just fear-mongering about it more.
We have no border.
We have the same exact border we had before. You guys are just lying about it.
We have crime everywhere.
You just said crime already. Crime is actually coming down.
Every facet of society is in peril and in chaos.
It is not.
Because
it was way worse under Trump. We lost millions of people unnecessarily. The economy collapsed. We had less jobs when he left than we had when he came in. He increased the deficit by $8 trillion. Our entire financial system is going to collapse eventually over this.
Our elections don't matter.
But, I mean, it's actually good he's saying what he's saying right now. Hopefully he's disenfranchising Republicans so they won't vote. Hey, if it doesn't matter, then you should stop telling people to vote for Trump or anybody, right? And also, I expect to see you on the fucking front lines, Gutfeld, right?
No, elections do matter. We don't need to go to war for it. We go to the election booth and vote the people out who don't do the things.
Yeah, thank you for a little bit of common sense, but he doesn't care. He wants other people to go out and commit violence. And then when it happens, you know what he's going to do? It was Antifa. It was a psyop. I bet they work for the FBI. He will take no responsibility as people die because of his words. Because this is the type of sacks of shit we're dealing with, folks. Domestic terrorists is what they fucking are. And speaking of domestic terrorists, the new thing they're all outraged about is this gentleman, the communications director for the Secretary of Interior. Okay. Looks like they are killing it. I'm assuming this is a gay man. Cool. I guess just, you don't have to be anything but gay now. And that's evil. That's worth fighting against. Says this woman who doxes trans and gay people continuously over the last month because of posts she's made on Twitter. 11 different bomb threats. And yeah, this is him, but this is you. Traitor on January 6th, wear your Trump hat. He look a lot better than you do. He killing it. And also, Glenn Beck, outrage. Here's Glenn Beck. This is the communications director of the U.S. Department of Interior, post the blaze, owned by Glenn Beck. But this is Glenn Beck. Somehow Glenn Beck managed to dress gayer than the gay guy. More absurdly, how you going to have a problem with this guy and not have a problem with fucking this guy? I guess because he's not gay, and this is what it's all about, folks. It doesn't matter what he's wearing or how goofy and silly it looks. All it's about is homophobia. Shitting on people because it's in vogue now to hate gay people. And obviously, supported by Elon Musk. And Glenn Beck also turned against his longtime friend, Tim Ballard. You know, the guy behind the Sound of Freedom movie? The guy behind all the sex trafficking. Fighting the sex trafficking, supposedly. But he also sexually assaulted a bunch of women, which conservatives always seem to do. And now even Glenn Beck is like, this motherfucker crazy, y'all. So I love to see them turn against each other. Who could have possibly thought the Sound of Freedom sexual guy is a sexual assaulter? I probably would have guessed it. And then sees bad over in North Carolina. They have just exempted themselves from public records requests. The conservatives did. So while you can do a Freedom of Information Act against anybody else now, they get to hide everything they do behind closed doors, and the American people don't get to know what they're doing. So yeah, they don't work for you anymore, folks. Absolutely, they don't work for you anymore. They are not of the people. They are their own secret organization doing whatever they want to in private, and you're not allowed to fucking know about it. So congratulations, North Carolina. Hey, good luck, dipshits. Keep voting for conservatives. You get what you fucking deserve. And this week, it appears that Matt Gaetz is getting cawthored, which is a new term that has been coined to mean anybody who Republicans turn on and try to put out all the dirt against them to get them to resign or get them to lose. So first off, Mullen on Matt Gaetz.
You got to think about this guy. This is a guy that the media didn't give a time of day to after he was accused of sleeping with an underage girl. And there's a reason why no one in the conference came and defended him, because we had all seen the videos he was showing on the House floor that all of us had walked away of the girls that he had slept with. He'd brag about how he would crush ED medicine and chase it with an energy drink. So
okay, then why didn't you call this up before? You said we didn't back him up, but you've never mentioned this before until he pissed you off. You were fine with it until you could use it as a political weapon against him, you sack of shit.
Could go all night. This is obviously before you got married. And so when that accusation came out, no one defended him, and then no one on the media would give him a time of the day. All of a sudden, he found fame because he opposed the Speaker of the House back in November, and he's always stayed there. And he was never going to leave until he got this last moment of fame by going after a motion to vacate.
Oh, that's not even true. Media covered him all the time because he was Trump's darling and still is. And they're still, though, trying to sink him. Here he is again on the National Report.
It wasn't too long ago that no one would even touch him because he was being accused of sleeping with underage girls, which honestly there was no colleagues that came out and defended him because quite frankly, the stuff that he would show on the floor and the stuff he would brag about on the floor before he was married, we probably thought, well, that's reasonable, and we would always have to walk away from him.
Why didn't you bring him up on ethics charges? Why didn't you bring this to the public's attention back then?
And so this individual that you have here, I don't think what he's done is something to be expelled, but this is something that his constituents back in Florida should make a hard look at.
Yeah, his constituents in Florida don't give a shit. In fact, it looks like he's positioned himself to be the next governor of Florida. He's actually making some pretty shrewd moves. All he needs, it seems like, to be governor of Florida is the kingmaker Trump to give his blessing, because Trump is the king of Florida. And he can fundraise off all the maggots because there's always money in the MAGA stand. So Florida Governor Matt Gaetz, do not be surprised if it comes to fruition. It seems unthinkable, but it's Florida, so not unthinkable at all. And meanwhile, let's check in on the leftiest leftist that ever lefty, Jimmy Dore, the best of us all, showing us how to do it when you're a true leftist. Jimmy Dore says, holy shit, I knew COVID and the vax were a giant fraud, and I knew Fauci was head of bioweapons development for the Pentagon. But holy shit, he says, after he quote tweets, General Michael Flynn, QAnon, far-right, Christian nationalist, conspiracy theorist, nutjob. General Flynn, who says lies, lies, and more lies. The truth doesn't need a commercial. The truth is the truth. The truth is COVID was a psyop to gain control over damn near all of humanity. Hey, if Michael Flynn says it, it's got to be true, right? I can't think of anything he's ever said that was dishonest, right? So, hey, thank you, Jimmy Dore, for showing us how it's all done. And those of you who are watching my show who are still fans of Jimmy Dore, you're awesome. And you should feel very smart and good about yourself. And meanwhile, finishing it off, lies, lies, damnable lies, that's all they have. This week, Fox News is spreading fear and outrage, trying to destroy the reputation of teachers and make them the enemy by claiming that Florida schools are teaching children the ABCs of masturbation. Let's have a look.
Well, a school district in Florida apparently thought 3-year-olds needed to know their ABCs about masturbation, so they came up with a guide for parents. Let's bring in Alex Clark, host of Poplitics at Turning Point USA, Carrie Prigozhin, former Miss California and author of Still Standing,
Big Guns,
and Corey DeAngelis, American Federation for Children Senior Fellow, and the author of the new book, The Parent Revolution. Congratulations to all you aspiring authors. Now let's talk about education and so forth. I want to put this up on the screen. This is from Pasco County Schools. Your 3-year-old child touches his/her genitals. Why is your child doing this? It feels good, reduces anxiety. What message do you want to send? Masturbation is okay, but is private. Possible answer. I know that feels good and you don't have to stop. I just want you to do it in private because it's personal. Here's a parent at the school board meeting.
I'm sorry, but I don't remember ever having a conversation with any of my 3-year-olds where that was appropriate. This even goes on to teaching from 4 to 8 years old the same type of situations. I don't feel this is safe.
I mean, Corey, he's got a point there.
Totally got a point.
3-year-olds, the school has since taken this down, but really?
Really? So
I mean, it's personal. Here's a
lies. Basically, the truth is they had this little section in this pamphlet that was supposed to be sent home to parents. For parents, if they were dealing with this problem at home with their children, what they might could say to their children to make the situation better. Had nothing to do with teachers teaching anybody this. They just make shit up because they can. Their audience is not going to fact check this. And even if they did fact check, they wouldn't care. They don't care if it's true. They just care that it feels true. It could be true. It's probably true in some universe, so who actually cares about the truth? The truth has no bearing on these people in any way whatsoever. And it's working. I guess can't blame them if it's fucking working. They're winning, it seems. Depressing, but that's the garbage planet we live in. And that is my Chudwatch. What you guys got to say about that? Going to do one religious bullshit and then read the super chats. So get your super chats in if you want to. Please support the show. This is way worse than National Enquirer ever was. Yes. At least I knew the Bat Boys wasn't real. I used to buy National Enquirers and cut out the most wild articles they had and post them all over my wall. That was my decoration. I was a strange kid. Idiots? Yes, they're all idiots. But I mean, they don't actually believe anything they say. They're just making millions of dollars by lying to people. So they're mostly con men. Pathogens love climate change. They do. Can live a lot better when it's a little warmer. Jimmy Dore sucks. He does? Oh, that's news to me. And all right, we're along, folks. Let's do some religious bullshit, shall we? Religious bullshit, religious bullshit, religious bullshit. It's time for religious bullshit. Motherfuckers. It's time for religious bullshit. Hell yeah. And starting us off, I know you're going to be shocked at all of this. Texas Baptist pastor arrested on child rape charges. A Houston area pastor is facing serious charges after being accused of raping a child and impregnating her. Oh, my God. According to an arrest warrant, the rape started when the victim was 7 years old and lasted into her late teens, happening more than 600 times. With Robert L. Carter now charged with a felony, the alleged victim's father speaking out. She has been around this monster since she was about 6 years old, he said. Charged the father as an accessory. I bet you're the one that took her to this man, left her alone with him, trusted him. After every bit of evidence we have in society says you should never trust these people. They are much, much, much more likely to be molested and raped by their pastors, by their youth pastors, by the priests. And if you people can't absorb facts, then it's got to be on you a little bit, in my opinion. Horrible humans. Meanwhile, Sunday school teacher guilty of child porn charges. Michael Dolce, an attorney from West Palm Beach who fought for child sexual abuse victims, pled guilty Wednesday in federal court to possession of child pornography. Prosecutors say when he was arrested, he had nearly 2,000 images and 5 videos of child sex abuse. He was serious about it. Faces a possible sentence of 20 years in prison. Like I say over and over again, even if you are a pedophile, you better keep that shit to yourself. You are 100% going to get caught. Your entire life going to be ruined. So just sit in the corner, fucking jack off to your little horrible thoughts, and keep that shit forever, 100% to yourself, or don't and face the consequences, you monsters. And folks, you know how cool Christian rap is? Of course you do. We all know how cool Christian rap is. But you know it's even cooler than Christian rap? Children singing Christian rap. I know. Prepare yourself for a coolness overload.
Toby Jim coming in hot. What are we talking about? What is the plot? If you are a Susie, you can't be a Scott. I know it's a doozy, can't be what you're not. Woo. Ain't getting to heaven with nail paint. It's gonna be hot where you're going, that's Hellgate. They gon' have fun with your soul, gon' be jailbait. There's only 2, you put more weight, it felt great. I'm homeschooled, I don't follow them.
Yeah, you are.
They look like alien hollow men. He coming back, he gon' swallow them. I follow God and I'll never acknowledge them. I look around, I see a circus. All of these Chinese are making me nervous. But I serve a big God and I got a purpose. All of these demons will burn in the furnace.
Yeah, I will.
Every day, new gender.
Every day.
Post the truth to the youth and you censor. Can't seem to get rid of me, do better. It's 2023 and still there is only 2 genders. Two genders. Quote the facts, you delete you 2 genders.
2 genders.
Man, y'all gotta do better. I love the Bible and it says there's only 2 genders.
That's right. The Bible says specifically, y'all, only 2 genders. The Bible is very clear on this. Christian anti-trans rap for children. And I just want to say, they hate indoctrinating kids, y'all. You know they do. They know this kid wasn't indoctrinated. He's just a little mini genius who knows all about, gender and sex and all that. So, no indoctrination here. Just pure child genius. Prodigy, if you will. Meanwhile, you know who's looking really good these days? Stephen Baldwin. Yeah, Christian Stephen Baldwin. It also seems incredibly sane and together. Let's have a look at his message about the supernatural.
This morning I was doing some research, right?
Why are you putting spit in your hair?
In the supernatural.
Okay, cool.
And I'm wondering...
Why are you doing that?
In the warfare, like...
It's not even working. It didn't even stay on that side.
So often we get distracted.
Yeah, I'm real distracted by you putting fucking spit in your hair, you goon.
By the pettiness.
Of spit in your hair?
Of the enemy.
Oh, okay.
It's just a distraction.
I know. It is, isn't it? Yeah.
so don't be distracted.
Okay, I won't, Stephen Baldwin.
And then the Holy Spirit showed me this.
Oh, really?
When Jesus will say to many people, I never knew you, that's the same as when people think they know you, but they don't. And you say back to them, yo, you don't even know me.
So cool, y'all. Yo.
You don't even know me.
You don't even know me, dog. You don't even fucking know me. I'm Stephen Baldwin, and I put spit in my hair, and a ghost talks to me and tells me I'm correct. So, super cool. Super cool, Baldwin brothers. And then, folks, prepare to be extremely happy, because we got a twofer. Two of the greatest characters in the history of the show are back side by side. Blobfish and Silly Ray Cyrus. Hell yeah, and Silly Ray Cyrus licking those Trump balls. He's trying so hard to get on Trump's good side. I guess he's not rich enough. He's rich. This guy with the silly wig, this shameless fucking con man sitting next to Blobfish, incredibly fucking rich, but it's not enough for him. He wants those Trump bucks. So he's trying to send a message to Trump. You know what you need, Trump? Somebody like me sitting right by your side. Imagine how amazing that would be, Daddy Trump. All right, let's have a look.
Trump knows that there's something beyond. He acknowledges Jesus all the time.
Definitely does.
The thing is that he needs a prophet around him.
Prophet, yeah, prophet.
He don't need a prophet that's standing in the spotlight for everybody to be looking at him, standing beside him. He don't need that. He needs a prophet to consult with in private.
That's right.
Yeah. All kings have them.
That's right, Trump. You're a king that needs a prophet like Silly Ray Cyrus. Don't you want this guy sitting next to you telling you what God wants for you? Definitely.
They call them something else. Advisors,
prostitutes,
this and that. But if he ever sees himself in Scripture, there's no stopping you.
Oh, my God.
Because you know God ordained this time.
Definitely. Unlike last time, God finally ordaining you, you would know you got ordained by God. There would be no stopping you. If you had some kind of prophet like me, I could sit by your side and play my guitar and just tell you what God wants you to do. Call me maybe. And last but not least, I lied. Two more. Oh, shit, God. So remember, I was just talking about how cool Christians are, and we all know it's a fact, objectively. They are the coolest among us. And more proof, here is Josiah David Moody and his young wife explaining just how you get all the babes to be super cool like these two are.
Hold out until marriage. Step number one.
Step number one, y'all.
Do not have sex with her.
you?
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Let's go, yeah. I waited till marriage to have sex. I'm so cool. Let's go. Oh, my God, dude. What a fucking dork. You know what I was doing? When I was 16, sneaking in girls' bedrooms and banging the shit out of them, right? Because that's what you do when you have a little riz. I know the kids' words these days. Have a little riz. I was totally bussing. Yeah. No cap. I'm sorry. Anyway, continue, please.
I was a virgin until marriage. I made it, bro. I'm an anomaly.
Congratulations. Okay, all right, keep going. Yeah.
Keep going, yeah.
I would say wait until marriage. And the man, specifically, the man has to be the one who's committed. Because so many times I see...
You guys should both be committed.
Women who are Christians who are like, oh no, I'm waiting until marriage. I don't want to have sex. And the guy's just sitting there like a dog waiting for his owner to say, go ahead and eat. And as soon as that woman lets her guard down, he's ready to go and do it. And what that tells you is that you're already starting off the relationship.
Normally, horny, what the fuck, giving into your urges naturally, like evolution meant you to do.
As the submissive one, because she's the leader, ultimately. She's telling you. And if you're...
Yeah, hey, if your girl lets you bang her, you're submissive to her somehow.
Gonna hold out until she says yes. Well, she's the one in charge. So I think that's very important, is that you are committed to waiting, and tease her and get her to want it, and then be like,
and it's not sex, you do it in the butt. Loophole.
Bitch, we gotta get married.
Yeah, bitch.
And I think that's
if you want this dick, you gotta put a ring on it. Cock ring.
That's the move. So that would be my first advice, is just have a good willpower and good sexual discipline. Sure.
Yeah, they're definitely getting divorced, 100%.
Second would be to never pull out, wear a condom, and get her off birth control.
Definitely.
All three of those things are extremely homosexual.
All
so
homosexual.
If you
Hey, fellas, is it gay to bang your woman with a condom on? Sure. It's gay as fuck.
wear a condom or you pull out, you're
Don't pull
pretty
out.
much a faggot. And
So true. So true, y'all. It's so true. Nothing gayer than banging chicks. And these guys, bastions of manliness, the alpha males leading us all, would know all about not being gay. Look at this guy. Look how untwinkish he looks, for sure. Good lordy. And last but not least, folks, once again, cringe warning for those susceptible to cringe-induced entries. So they have a new Christian song out called Freedom. It's like the We Are the World of Suck. And yes, it's incredibly bad, but regardless of how bad this is, you have to wait until General Michael Flynn, you know, Jimmy Dore's Michael Flynn, gets on there and sings auto-tuned to hell and back. Holy God, how do they release this stuff unironically without feeling like the biggest dumbasses, the biggest cringe lords on earth?
Should've trusted God. You can take all the money,
but don't take my donuts.
But you can't have our soul. You could burn down our buildings,
but don't shave off my beard.
And we'll still find a home.
We will all stick together,
except for me with the black folks.
and we'll never surrender. We won't give up our freedom.
Woo! From the shores of California, all the way down to the Keys.
Only He will bring us closer when we fall to our knees.
Hey, haters are going to say this was auto-tuned, y'all, but nope. Flynn just got it like that. This is his natural voice, y'all. Look how beautiful he sings.
When we fall to our knees.
We're gonna fall to our knees. Like the Stephen Hawking of singing there, Flynn. Holy God. Holy fucking God, y'all. Have some self-awareness. And that is my religious bullshit this week. What you guys think about that? Did you love that? Was that the best thing you ever heard? You know it was. Gonna download that banger and listen to it on loop. Abusing the auto-tune, abusing everything. Abusing laws of nature, man. Doing crimes against humanity. Faux show. But Jimmy Dore loved it. We know Jimmy Dore loved it. So auto-tune sounds like Owl City. Hell yeah, let me some Owl City. Fireflies. Fireflies? Anyway, we were along, folks. Let's do some super chats. Hey, I have a patron. And if you could become a patron, I would suck your dick. So please become a patron. There is a after party tonight. Look at me in this real picture of me. You can't see it. In this real picture of me. Although it's not a real picture of me. You can't even see it because I'm in the way. Why is it making my gut so big? Why does AI think I'm fat all the time? Even when it makes my face skinny, it makes me have a big gut and fat anyway. Like, I am not in that bad of shape, y'all. I work out pretty regular. I eat healthy. The fucking AI. Anyway, after every single show, I do an after party available to all patrons and Dust Buddies. So please join me. Help me pay for the cats. And as I told you guys repeatedly, I don't put any ads on the show. I don't sell anything. So if you enjoy the free content, please become a patron and help me out. Thank you in advance. And all right, let's read the super chats. Another great way to support the show from you sexy ass heroes. And all right. Close that, and super chats. Hell yeah. Jason Ashby gifted one cup of submission. Thank you, Jason. You rock. That One Stuff, I would like to purchase a single unit of love, please. I'm on a diet. I love you, One Stuff. Crash B, $7. Wait, cheers, suck more. 2008, 2017, 2022, 2008. Absolutely, because that's right when I started my channel and things were lean and hard back then. 2017 was the height of my popularity, and 2022 was a great year for me. This show started taking off a little bit, and I started getting a little bit more secure. So, easy one. Mitchell Guide, get the 5 cup submission. Hell yeah. Hero Mitchell Guide. Everybody give love to Mitchell Guide. Better see you guys at the after party. Staff pool. Toot. $20 to $50. Very generous. $50. And I'll read you with my sexy voice. Christian fan here. Oh my God, you are? That's okay. You give me $50, I still suck your dick. Been rocking with you for a while. Hell yeah, you one of the good ones. I don't know why you be rocking with me as a Christian, since I do nothing but shit on Christians all the time, but you must be cool, pretty cool in my opinion. That video where the kid says special buzz juice is fucking hilarious. Hell yeah. I don't even remember what the hell that one is. I was on lots of drugs back then, Staff Pool, but I still love the fuck out of you. Go with God. Thank you, Staff Pool. Appreciate you. Sorry I'm such a dick. R Bananas, what's up, R? Good to see you tonight. I have your treats in my pocket. We're going to have a kitty party probably at the end of the show. Blanket hello to all my desk buddies and buddies. Not feeling great. I'm sorry to hear that. Dealing with head and med changes this month. Hope y'all are doing well. Here's my part. Have a great night. Dusty and friends, you rock, R. I hope you feel better. Tell your husband I say hello. And April S. Been a while, April S. How you been? Good to see you tonight. As always, one of the sexiest members of our crew, April S. Doing the socialism. Give her love, y'all. Sissy and task. I landed my first job in clock computing. So take my money. Thanks for entertainment as always. Do more true crime. Hell yeah. I have to wait till the content comes along to me. Like, I can't just pull it out of my ass. So if some good true crime story come my way, I will definitely do them, and I'll keep you guys up to date on the Garapay stuff. Thank you, Sissy and task. I appreciate you. Congratulations on your job. J-Boob, $20. Show me your meowest cat. It would definitely be this one, the gray one, the one that's always on top of me. She is loud and proud. Although Violet is very loud too, but I don't know where she is, so I can't show you a cat that's not in here. But thank you, appreciate you, Boob. Skylar King, Dusty had been offense since 2012, and you say if we re-elect Trump, we deserve it. Why do we? We deserve to suffer because we lost against a stacked system? Yeah. We as a society have failed. Overall, we have not, as the left, have not done a good enough job. If Trump wins, we have not done a good enough job of getting our message out there. We have not, like I told you guys before, if you can't share my videos, fine. Find anybody you can share. David Pakman, Weasel Kalinsky, Vaush, however you pronounce his fucking name, Minority, anybody. Pick somebody. You should be spamming their shit every goddamn where. You should be voting with your social media. Everything you like, everything you share on your social media, every post you make is a vote for the future system you want. And if our side is not good enough to get their message out there, if we're not doing enough, if we're not getting out of our ass to spread it like conservatives do, then yes, we are part of the problem. And we sort of get what we fucking deserve, in my opinion. How gonna $5. Let's keep it up. I know it feels, I know how it feels to scream into the void. Yeah, I know. We hear you. And we're doing what we can. Hey, I've been in a little bit better of a mood lately. I've been trying to keep a positive attitude. Hopefully that's coming through. And my tone is like a lot more laid back, less yelly. And I hope you guys are appreciating that better because I'm listening to the feedback I get. A lot of times you get butthurt when people criticize you, but you can't do that. You have to like chew the meat and spit out the bones and try to use it to improve yourself. And that's what I'm trying to do. 3 shows in a row. Actually, 4 shows this week. This is my 4th show this week. First time I've ever done that. Says Venture Van, try not to burn yourself out, Dusty. Your motivation far surpasses mine. Happy weekend. You know me, like if I don't want to do it, I won't do it. So I'm only doing it because I'm capable and I'm able. I want to do as much as I can while I can because I think it's important. And thank you for supporting Venture Van. I appreciate you. And BBC, hero to the show, BBC, always an amazing human being. Someone said that I was giving too much. Fuck that person. I hope they die immediately. So tonight, it's just the tip. Feed the kitties and puppies well. Don't forget to check your P.O. box this Saturday. All right, I'll check it out. And do not listen to that sack of shit leading you astray, BBC. You're awesome. Swaggering Cat, $9. $10. The Pharaohs send their regards. Hey, kitty party from my kitties to yours. Give them scritches for me. Kip, what up, Kip? Awesome music and art you sent me. If you have a turntable, I will send you an album after it gets pressed. Do not send me an album. Thank you. I appreciate the effort, but I don't even have a CD player, much less an album or a tape deck or an 8-track. Okay, it's 2023 MP3. But thank you. Brave Squirrel, $5. Stay strong, Dusty. Hey, I can't do anything but. Unfriendly Atheist, what up, AU? Good to see you tonight. I read your comment, but you didn't leave one. Digital Basin, always cool. Digital Basin gave you guys some Dusty memberships, so show up at that party tonight and give Basin the credit. And keep it up. I will. Thank you, Basin. Why does it pop up like that? Our Bananas for an impromptu kitty party. Bring out those treats and cheer us up. Oh, Dusty, watching just too dizzy. Okay, I did that at the end of the show. I promise. Kitty party coming at the end of the show just for you, R. Keeper Lover, hey, $2 for coffee, Dusty. Hey, appreciate you. Gonna buy it in your honor. Rocket, $20. You didn't say nothing and you ain't got to. Love you, Rocket. Hope you're having a good night out there. Digital base and 5 more custom memberships. Hell yeah. Everybody love to these badass mofos. Get the fuck off the fucking screen. Son of a fucking bitch. Mr. Anderson. Hello, Mr. Anderson. Thank you for the socialism. I actually added some new emojicons, especially because of all these heroes that keep donating. Every time you guys donate subscriptions, I'm able to add a couple more emojicons. So you guys should share the new emojicons out there. We got, I think I brought back the heroes. Let's see. I think I did. And the new one is, oh yeah, I brought back the heroes. And also, Broke Brain. Broke Brain is the new emojicon. Hell yeah. There's the, it's not showing up very well. It's too small. I need to fix it. But anyway, the 2 new ones, Broke Brain and Heroes. Hell yeah. So spam that shit. I'll make a better Broke Brain. It's gotta be more legible at a smaller size. But you guys, if you want to come Desk Buddies, it's $2.99 a month. They get customized emojis to chat with. Great way to support the show and help us get more emojicons, which is fun for the whole family. So please do that if you can. Dusty for president. Here's a campaign contribution. Hey, I don't want to be president, but if I run, break out your bribes because you're gonna need them. Thank you, Urban. John Bliss, appreciate you, Dusty. I appreciate you, John Bliss. Skyler, someone said you could always commit true crimes. You're right though about not getting the message. You make a strong point. Love you. Hey, I love you, Star Clean. Thank you. It's a good question. I appreciate you. And thanks everybody that was generous tonight. And still plenty of time to get your super chats in and join my Patreon so you can have access to the after party tonight, which is going to be good. Got some cool stuff to cover. And I'm going to read all the rest of the super chats at the end of the show. So get them in and immortalize yourself. But for now, it's Beyond Parody. Beyond Parody. And first off on tonight's Beyond Parody, oh my God, they're so shameless. So Eric Trump's wife, Lara Trump, has decided she wants to write an original song and release it to inspire conservatives. So she wrote this brand new original song. She came up with her all her own. It's pretty catchy. It goes something like, I won't back down and I'll stand my ground. Amazing. It's an amazing song. What's that? Yeah, she didn't write that. That's a Tom Petty song. And Tom Petty's folks are like, hey, stop it. You cannot release our song. You don't own the rights to it, and we don't want this supporting conservatism and Trump and shit, so don't. But they don't care about that, folks. According to her, it's her song, and despite the fact that it got removed from Apple because they don't own the rights to it, and the radio's not playing it because the radio doesn't play shitty karaoke songs, she's somehow the victim here, folks.
It's really sad because this is the kind of treatment.
You just can't make this up. I mean, you really can't.
Yeah. Well, but this is the kind of treatment that I think conservatives are used to. We're used to being censored. We're used to being shadow banned, which certainly I already know my song was shadow banned. So many people told me on Apple Music, on Spotify, on Amazon Music, they wouldn't put my song on the radio because it was too political.
Yeah, they would. That's why they didn't do it, folks. That's why they didn't put her shitty karaoke version of Stand My Ground from Tom Petty, because it was too political. That's reality. They're always the fucking victims. And I'm almost on her side a little bit. I can't see why you wouldn't put this amazing artist on the radio. She's the Whitney Houston of our generation, folks. If you don't believe me, let's listen to her sing her song a cappella.
Well, you have to sing us a line here on Aaron. Come on.
I'll do my best without any music or anything. Okay. Well, I won't back down. No, I won't back down. You can stand me up at the gates of hell, but I won't back down. And there's more to come.
Oh, my God. How is this real life? She's so out of tune, there are deaf people going, what the fuck was that? Good Lord. This has to be a dark comedy. There's no way this reality is real at this point. And Beyond Parody, that's for fucking sure. And then, Charlie Kirk, just telling the straight up truth. Charlie Kirk's like, honest liberals. All right, let's read this one. Apparently, if I'm honest, I'm going to have this opinion. Honest liberals are admitting that the New York civil case against Trump is a brazen, unprecedented lawfare assault on a political enemy. No. I'm friends with almost exclusively honest liberals and lefties, and None of us think this. We all think it's completely fine. He committed fraud very clearly. It's legitimate as shit. A Columbia professor says this is a version of business law, capital punishment. I'm not aware of the president at this scale. Who? A veteran real estate lawyer. Yeah, all these people totally exist, folks. I'm not going to read this, but it's all bullshit. Just making up shit that we supposedly are saying in order to bolster their bullshit claims. And then, folks, oh my God, it's a cult of stupids. It's like they're almost there. They're right there. They just can't grasp it, but they're so close. Listen to how close this guy is.
I just wonder, too, I mean, how come almost everybody I know of that went to college is a Biden supporter?
Yeah.
And I don't understand how everybody is a Biden supporter if you just went to college. So what are they teaching in this college? Are they teaching anything?
Stuff like inclusivity and respecting other people, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, woke.
Yeah, wokeness, yeah.
Yeah, education, facts. Stupid wokeness. Why has everybody who is educated become more left-wing? It's almost like facts have a left-wing bias, y'all. If only we could figure this out. Why are all the Trump supporters just uneducated college dropout idiots? I just don't understand. Make it make sense. And meanwhile, good liars, love me, my favorite people. God damn it, the best among us good liars out there talking to the cult of stupids. And let's see if they're consistent in their beliefs at all.
I know gun-free zones.
Okay, so more guns.
Yep. Can't fight fire with water. You gotta fight fire with fire.
You can't fight fire with water?
Yeah. Depends on what's in the fire.
They specifically do fight fire with water.
Yeah.
Oh my God, just nothing going on in their brains. Look at him. He thinks he's so cool too. He thought he was saying some shit. Hey, you can't fight fire with water. You gotta fight fire with water. That's literally not how you fight fire. You literally fight it with water, dude. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a good point. I'm stupid. I better just bob my head and walk away like I'm smart. Oh fucking God, we are so doomed as a species. And then yeah, what? Exactly. And then, once again, let's see if they're consistent at all in their beliefs.
Consider yourself pro-life.
Let me turn it up a little bit. Question is, do you consider yourself pro-life? And you know, he had good Christian Trump supporters, so he does.
Consider yourself pro-life.
100%. You know, God said, you know, suffer the little children, for that such is the kingdom of God. So, I mean, every crime against a child is a big thing in God's eyes.
And in the Bible, God kills 42 children by a bear attack because they made fun of someone for being bald.
Yeah, and what's your point?
It just doesn't sound very pro-life to me.
Well, you know what? The thing of it is when you really...
He killed children, 42 of them by a bear attack.
Well, you could even go this. When the children of Israel taken over the land of Canaan, he said, wipe them all out. Okay. Women, children, everything.
So we found some agreement that God is not very pro-life.
No, God is pro-life.
Yeah, God is pro-life. He literally killed every person on earth. Every man, woman, child, baby, fetus, every dog, cat, kitten, bunny, rabbit, everything except for one family on the face of the earth. But he is pro-life. Just don't think about it. He's really concerned with children. That's why his own people are raping the shit out of him day in and day out in churches. Just nothing going on in these people's heads. Hamster dead on the wheel. Meanwhile, the best among us are coming out to support Trump, and this is in no way incredibly fucking embarrassing.
Trump 2024. Free Trump. Free my uncle them. Latinos in the house. He was giving out $1,500 a week. Take you to my I was in Lennox every week. Free the kids. Free the kids. Not Biden trying to make transgender kids. Free the kids. We need Trump back.
I know that's right, baby. Bring them back. Bring them back.
And Trump love Jesus.
Let's do it.
Period.
How is this not a fucking parody? How could these people be real? But I don't think this is a parody. Am I wrong? I really think these are real fucking people. Just hard to believe. Yeah, we was getting checks every week. No, you weren't. And also got to throw in some little transphobia there for no reason. Just for the hat trick. And meanwhile, Benny Johnson back out there, folks. And they are definitely living in reality. Clearly gay, funded by billionaires, Benny Johnson says, Donald Trump has been nominated for Speaker of the House, and he has effectively said he would be happy to serve in that capacity on a temporary basis. Here we have a situation that would be intriguing for Trump. Imagine if he became Speaker, even just for 100 days. He comes in, and this is literally what they're really going to do, because this is real life. He calms the waters of the Republican Party, definitely. He investigates and impeaches Mayorkas. He launches an investigation into the DOJ and Merrick Garland. And if he were able to impeach Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, he'd become the president again. Now, that's a Netflix special I would watch. That's right, folks. Trump's so close. He's going to be back in there. There's always some kind of scheme that these people have where Trump's going to get back in the White House any second now. It's just the fucking Keystone Cops of capers. They're going to pull something off and boom, take over the American government again. Just holy shit. These people are not serious. And meanwhile, remember how Vladimir Putin's main antagonist in Russia, Priapism, the leader of the, what the fuck they called? I can't remember their name. The Wagner group. Remember he died in a fiery plane crash last month after he tried to do a coup against Putin, and then he backed down and tried to make peace with Putin, and then Putin killed them all. Well, apparently, according to Putin, Putin hadn't had nothing to do with it, y'all. They was on the airplane, they was drunk, and somebody pulled a hand grenade, and they accidentally blew up their own plane, because that sounds reasonable for sure. Like, I think Trump supporters are really fucking stupid, but this kind of stupidity is all over the world. Like, Putin is the Russian version of MAGA. Regardless of what he says, of how outrageous, how insulting to your intelligence it is, they still fucking believe it. He can literally say anything. And last but not least, let's shit on DeSantis. DeSantis back out, and some new lift boots just dropped, y'all. Look how normal he looks. Apparently his feet are all curled up in this totally natural looking stance. His feet are all curled up. And what is happening here? Why are your feet all curled up? Well, as someone who has worn lifts before, embarrassingly enough, I can answer that question. Here's what's happening. He's got his foot so far up, and his foot is only coming down to the very end, and so it's curling around where his feet are not even in the shoe. At this point, after so many people make fun of you for this, after it's so embarrassing, you think you would quit doing it, but I guess he can't quit doing it at this point, because then if he shows up like 4 inches shorter at all his rallies and speeches, people are going like, wait, weren't you like 5'10" before? Now you're 5'4", dude. What happened? So he can't have that, so he's got to keep this stupid bullshit obvious. Insecurity. And yes, this is gender-affirming care, folks. This is like getting hair plugs or taking testosterone, taking hormone replacement therapy, like Joe Rogan does. It's the same shit, but it's fine when they do it. And that is my Beyond Parody. What do we think about that? Clown shoes, yep. Like an old-timey rocker like Kiss, except for way less cool. What Putin's sense of humor like? Sarcasm, haha. That's very punny. Dad joke. I love the curly toe shoes. Yep, those are pretty bomb ass. $6,000 a month win. That would be nice. We need some universal basic income. So, Dusty, if I was accused of murder, I could become the prosecutor and drop the charges of myself. Yeah, all you got to do is run for president, and they can't charge you anymore, because then it's election interference. That's just logic. So my name, Dusty. Those boots are made for faking. Yeah, those boots are made for faking. And that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna make a fool out of you. Nancy Sinatra. Hell yeah, I get the reference. And all right, move right along, folks. Time for some Trash World. Trash World. A trash world. It's a dumpster fire. Also hellish. A trash world. A trash world. You know what? Everything sucks. All the time. In the trash world. And first off, on the trash world, you guys see this one? Some more ACAB. This is from Brian Krasenstein, who I do not like. Fuck this guy, but he's okay sometimes. Says, body cam footage just released after an NYPD officer was indicted today on assaulting an African-American man in his home. It all started when NYPD police officers responded to a call about an immunocompromised autistic child. The mother's boyfriend answered the door and requested officers wear a mask. They refused. It ended with the officer punching the man who called for their help, Jerome Collins, in the face 13 times. You never call the cops, folks. The cops are not your friend. They're not there to protect you. They're there to abuse you, to feast upon you. Never call them unless it's the absolute last thing, the last resort. Always take it into your own hands before you call the cops. I was shocked, Collins says. Why would this guy punch me? Why would I get punched if I was asking for your help? You're supposed to be here to protect and serve. Nobody protected or served that day. I was actually assaulted. I was beaten like a dog in the street. To make matters worse, Collins was then arrested and charged with obstructing government administration and resisting arrest. Of course he was. I mean, a little bit, I'm just saying, a little bit, he deserved it for calling the cops. I mean, that's what happens if you're not smart at this point, not to call the cops, then, what the fuck you expect? Prosecutors declined to prosecute him. Of course they did. But the officer has been arraigned on misdemeanor assault today. What's wrong with these police officers? They don't give a shit. They're the worst among us, bullies, a gang. And they're not held responsible for anything. They think they're above the law because they are. They think they're God-man. And they know that even if they do something wrong, even if they beat you, that they won't have to pay a dime out of their pockets. The taxpayers have to pay. And they walk away scot-free. So why should they give a fuck in the current system? I hope that explains it to you. Anyway, prepare to be angry. Here's the video.
Bro, you're interfering with the process.
He's just trying to get you to put a mask on so you don't make his kids sick. But, of course, they can't do that because, oh, my God, it's a face diaper. I don't have to wear that, even though the number one killer of cops in the last several years has been COVID, making me root for COVID.
You're going to end up under arrest, too, right?
I told y'all fellas to put
Back up. Get out that space. Back up. Get out that space.
Back up, bro.
So
now you just pushing me. Back up. Stop touching me. I told you stop touching me. Do that again. All right, so stop touching me. Back up.
Got his hands up. He ain't doing nothing. He's backing up. And they're both just these big men. Both goes there, punch him in the face. And then they're going to arrest him, folks, because of course they are. Put your hands up, don't resist, beat you in the face, and then arrest you for resisting.
Interfering with the process.
Yeah, he's the bad guy, isn't he, folks? You can't reform this. The entire system has to be torn down. Not that it ever will, but it should be. Meanwhile, you got former police officers, these super tough. Look how badass this guy is, the steely-eyed missile man, solid muscle, getting on his camera and trying to threaten and instigate violence.
Here we go. The bullshit starts. Now they're going to start saying that there's another COVID-19 outbreak with the 2024 elections right around the corner. I can smell it coming now, folks.
It's a heart attack. What you smell is toast. So you need to go have that checked out, dude.
I can smell it coming now. Better get ready, Patriots. You know what you got to do.
Yeah, you know what you got to do. Get heart disease? Apparently. You ain't going to do shit, dough bitch. Quit acting tough. Meanwhile, in this fucking trash world, apparently this guy is the Prime Minister of the UK. Things not going well over there, from what I can gather. So apparently this gentleman has been bullied by transgender people. Oh, no. Not the all-powerful transgenders bullying you, you poor baby. So here he is using his platform to shit on transgender people because, of course he is.
And it also shouldn't be controversial for parents to know what their children are being taught in school about relationships. Patience.
They're importing this shit from America over to the UK now, apparently. The same exact MAGA bullshit is infecting their broke brains.
Should know when hospitals are talking about men or women. And we shouldn't get bullied.
Yeah, hospitals do know if you're talking about men or women. Nobody's bullying you. Fake shit.
And we shouldn't get bullied into believing that people can be any sex they want to be. They can't.
You can be any gender you want to be, and if you know the difference between sex and gender, you'd understand this very simply, and you think you would know that as the Prime Minister, but...
Man is a man, and a woman is a woman. That's just common sense.
Yay! Transphobia for no reason. Hooray! Seems bad, UK. Seems real bad. And all right, that is my, no, I got one more. It says what the fuck, but it's not a what the fuck. It's actually a trash world. Let's see what it is. Oh, yeah, folks. Apparently, this is a new epidemic. At least 6 female teachers were arrested in a span of 2 days this week for having sex with students. And I can't believe I have to say this, but teachers, listen to me right now. Don't fuck your students. Don't do it, okay? Let me tell you something. The only thing a 14-year-old boy wants more than to have sex with this attractive teacher is to tell everybody he had sex with an attractive teacher. You're 100% going to get found out, going to be embarrassing, even if, like, you don't have the decency not to rape your students. It's going to ruin your whole life. Do it because you want to protect yourself, not be humiliated, not go to jail. Do not do it, you fucking morons. And that is my trash world. Hell yeah. I'm going back to school. Well, you're of age. I guess they wouldn't get in too much trouble. They imported this to the U.S. first, did they? All right, I guess that may be true. Dusty, have you looked at your skin? You will not be saved. I know, right? I'll be the first one to burn. British Nazis, at least they have cool accents. At least they sound posh when they're being transphobic. What the hell is wrong with these women? I don't know. They're pedophile rapists, I guess. That would be my guess. A lot. There's probably a lot wrong with them. And, all right, we were along, folks. Get your super chats in. We're going to do one quick Karens, and then we're going to finish it off with some heroes. So we got about maybe 15 minutes of show left. But for now, it is time for... It's clear you're just a mess. You should be caring less. It's obvious you're completely out of touch. 'Cause, bitch, you're caring too much. Ding-a-ling-a-ding. And first off, on the Karen Cowcade tonight, meet Brianna Penix, who the internet is now calling Train Karen. She has been fired from her job for this clip. You just lost your job. So she's drunk as fuck. She had a New Jersey train. Apparently there's 2 German tourists sitting there who she thought was talking about her. So she has to make a fucking ass of herself. Let's not let immigrants take up our country. Tells them to go back to their country. Screams at them. And also, this is sort of a hero's video. Big ups to her boyfriend, who was doing everything he can to get her to calm down. Everything he can to not be associated with this Karen, so he can come off good on this video and not get fired like she did. So yeah, she got fired. Let's watch the video first, though. Holy God, way to make an ass of yourself.
I do. Breathe. Tell me breathe. Breathe.
Breathe.
Breathe. Do not do this. Breathe. Do not do this. Breathe. Do not do this. You're going to get arrested. I can handle my own.
No, you can't, Bree. You're literally going to lose your job over this stupid bullshit because you're fucking drunk. You are the opposite of being able to handle your own.
23. Please stop this, dude. Please stop this or I'm never going to talk to you again.
He's literally trying to threaten to break up with her. I don't want to be associated with this. You're being recorded right now. I know better than this, Bree. Haven't you ever been on the internet for 5 seconds? You're about to be Karen, Bree. I don't want to be Karen along with you, Bree. We're going to break up. Shut the fuck up, Bree.
Stop this or I'm never going to talk to you again. Listen to me right now. Go sit down right now. I'm never going to talk to you again. Listen to me.
She did not listen.
Right now. He's not doing anything. He's not doing anything. Listen to me right now. No, he's not. He's not. He's listening to me. He's not. He's not. He's not. He's not. Listen. He's not. He's not. He's not. He was not talking to me. Listen to me. Baby, stop it. Listen to me right now. Listen to me right now, okay? I get it, but just don't do this. Please do not do this. Do not do this. Do not do this.
Do not do this.
He did not say anything. He did not say anything. He's having a personal conversation with his buddies. He did not say anything. Please listen to me right now. Stop it right now. Stop it. Do not say that. Do not say that. Do not say that. So I'm an immigrant. You know I'm an immigrant too. You know that, right?
Yeah, she's like, fucking immigrants. And he's like, I'm your boyfriend. I'm an immigrant too. You know that, right? This guy, you're way too good for her. Leave immediately.
Right now, let me know what you got. No, hit me with a right now. Let me know what you got. Pretend it's his face. Pretend it's his face. Oh!
Just hit that guy for no reason.
How about you get the out of our country?
Oh shit! No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
That's hard. Stop. Why that?
Her boyfriend just told her that he is also an immigrant, so she gonna tell the guys to get the fuck out of her country. Like, holy shit.
I'll get off to the next side.
So you just lost your job. Let's read what the people she works for says. Capital RX, the company she worked for, has terminated her work, saying the following: our company has zero tolerance policy around prejudicial or discriminatory behavior. After conducting a review of the circumstances, we acted immediately and terminated the employee in question. The former employee's actions and words are not representative of Capital RX, and we offer our sincerest apology to those who were hurt. Yep. It's stupid life decisions, holy God, but she can handle herself. And last but not least, racist old man walks over to these black kids who are sitting in their car, opens their door, and starts questioning them because they don't belong in his neighborhood. Holy God.
Get off! No, get off of my door. Get off of my door. Get off of my door. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Why?
Mitch McConnell looks great.
Because we black? That's you? What?
Yeah.
Because we black.
Because you don't fit in the neighborhood, that's why. I mean, it's not
You see this? You see this?
Listen to me. It's all white people, pretty much. So if I see somebody that's not...
That's black. If you see somebody
You say about black. Let me say.
If you see somebody black, you're going to question them?
You're going to question them. If you going to open my door, let me say this. If I was a crazy dude, if I was crazy, something would have happened to your old ass.
Listen to me.
No. You listen to me.
I
Listen
got
to me.
a gun. If I was crazy, I'd shoot you.
Oh, you would shoot me.
Yeah, racism is dead, folks, in America. Nothing to see here. Everybody turn off the lights and go home. If I was crazy, I would shoot you. I just question you because you're black and you don't belong here, do you, boys? Yep, cool, America. Always amazing. And that is my Karen too much. What do you think about old Mitch McConnell? Grandpa racist. Go towards the light. Yeah, he does need a nap. A permanent nap. Classless Karen, they're always classless. That's sort of what makes them Karens. Goes with the territory. Showed her true colors. She showed her true colors shining through. Her real self came out. It did. And all right, folks, last chance to get your super chats in. We're going to do a few heroes, and then we're going to get the fuck out of here and do some after party. So prepare your anus. It's time for some American heroes. And first off, on tonight's Heroes list, let's watch the Proud Boys get the shit kicked out of them Apparently this Proud Boy was fucking around. It's a big, doughy, fat guy. I guess he's tall. And he weighed 300 pounds, so he thinks he's a badass. He sees a skateboarder who has a sign on the skateboard that says "End Racism." So he takes it as a personal attack because, of course, he does. If you see the sign "End Racism" and you take it as a personal attack, that probably means you're a racist fucking piece of shit. Anyway, let's see how Tough Guy gets his ass handled to him.
I will destroy you. I will shoot you. Do it, crap boy. Be proud.
And his girl trying to push him away, but this fucking bitch, sorry for the gender slur, basically also jumps on the guy at the end. Watch. She needs, this big fat doughy white guy needs this girl to bail him out.
About your shit, Nazi. You proud about your Aryan race, you fuck. Hey, well, he's rocking that pound boy bullshit.
Hey, racism. Look at that shit.
Oh my God. Look at this guy.
Why are you going after him? I'm confused. Why are you going after him?
The only reason he's going after him because he's got a sign that says "End Racism," and I can't have that. Oh my God. End racism? That means you want to end me.
Hey, I dare you.
And then he's going to flick a lit cigarette into this man's face. I just think they're so tough.
Look at bro.
Yeah, you already got your ass whooped. You got to be saved by your girl. Still going to pretend to be tough. And yeah, drag this motherfucker away.
Oh.
Drag him away. Let's gut drag on the fucking ground. Just holy God, so pathetic. And then on the heroes, big shout out once again to Joe Biden. September job report shatters expectations. Non-foreign payrolls increased by 336,000, better than the Dow Jones consensus estimate of 170. So like almost double, folks. Pretty good. Of course, CNN still had to shit on him. Regardless of how good he does, they always find reasons to shit at him. They put an article saying that this was bad somehow for the American people, for the jobs to be better, because it's always the way. They're literally doing everything they can to make sure Trump wins. All the media is doing everything they can to make sure Trump wins. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. And then superhero Walter Masterson is back, and he's trolling Moms for Liberty at a Central Buck School board meeting. Let's have a look.
I'm here today to talk about these woke schools that are failing to educate our children. When I look around this room, I don't see race. I don't even know what race is. So when you say things like slavery is bad, I'm like, bad for who? The Irish? I brought with me today a book that is available to children of all ages in the school's library. This book is filled with overt sexual acts, violence, it celebrates mass killings, and it's being used to indoctrinate our children. I'm going to read you some passages from this book, and you tell me whether or not this book is appropriate for your children. The Lord tried to kill Moses, but Zipporah used a sharpened stone and cut off their son's foreskin and rubbed the bloody ring on Moses' feet, saying, "You are now my bridegroom." This made the Lord leave Moses alone. If a slave owner beats a slave, male or female, with a stick so severely that the slave dies immediately, the slave owner should be punished. However, if the slave survives a day or two, he should get back to work. The slave is the owner's property. The Lord regretted ever creating human beings, and he was sad, so the Lord said, "I will wipe all the human race off the face of the earth. And while I'm at it, I'll kill the livestock and the crawling things too. I'll even kill all the birds in the sky. I wish I'd never created any of them in the first place." Now, do you think a child should be reading this book full of sexual violence and genocide? Books don't belong here at all. Ban this book, and let's focus on science, math, and raising administrators' pay. Thank you.
Yay! Yay, boo. A couple boos in there. Kill him, Walter Masterson. Amazing. Everybody go subscribe to Walter, doing the Lord's work. And as usual, John Fetterman can't find a better man than John Fetterman. Hell yeah. Doing what all these Democrats should have been doing the whole time. Using memes, using the internet like conservatives do to make fun of them. Here he is posting, Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, if Trump becomes Speaker of the House, blah, blah, blah. It'll be rainbows and sunshine every day. I'm going to lick his booty hole every chance I get. To which he posts, get a load of this simp. Yep. Saying what we're all thinking. Way to read the room, Fetterman. I love you, boss. And then, can't believe I'm saying this, but big shout out to David Beckman, who apparently played soccer? Anyway, I agree with Mehdi Hassan. Journalists can learn from what he's doing here. Not letting the person he's talking to off the hook, forcing them to answer the question. So here he is holding his wife accountable, Victoria Beckham. She's trying to sell some bullshit that she came from a poor, middle-class, working family when she grew up rich as shit. And he ain't letting her get away with it. No, you don't do that. Watch it.
Working class. Be honest. I am being honest.
Let me start over again. So she said, I was raised working class. And he's at the door. Bitch, be honest.
Working class. Be honest. I am being honest. I am being honest. What car did your dad drive you to school in? So my dad did. No, one answer. My dad. What car was it? Alright, it's not a simple answer because. What did you get your dad to drive? It depends. No. Okay, in the 80s, my dad had a Rolls Royce.
Thank you. Yeah, don't lie about being working class. You weren't poor if your daddy drove a Rolls Royce. Good God. They always trying to make themselves seem like they're more grassroots than they are. And meanwhile, big shout out to this scientist who was not letting a racist on the Twitter, what do you call this? Threads or whatever the hell it's called. The Twitter chat program where they all get together, hammering him about the racist comments he's making the coward flee. This is how you handle this shit.
100%, bro. 100%.
Right, I get it. Listen, anyone listening to this can tell how ignorant and stupid you are. You can't even discuss science.
Hey, Hell, can I ask Hell?
It's all ad hominem. It's all insults.
Hell, what did you mean yesterday when you said that Dr. Copeland should read the book that you recommended, the racist book, The Bell Curve?
Let's do it.
That's not a racist book. How is that a racist book?
Are you kidding me?
How is it? Wow. Explain that. Explain how that's a racist book.
First
what
answer
is
your
racism?
question.
What
first
does that
answer
mean?
the question Chris asked. You always do this. Someone asks you a question, and then instead of answering it, you ask a different question and try to push back. So first answer the question. What was your intention?
You're completely mischaracterizing what I said.
What was your intention in recommending that book? Simple question. What was your intention in recommending
the question
book?
he asked is, what was your intention recommending a racist book? I never recommended any racist book. I recommended a book.
Fine. Oh, my God.
Actually, I'm going to go ahead and skip that one because we'll play at the end. Anyway, just chase the guy off.
Steals the whole, like, making fucking corn liquor like it's goddamn prohibition, and the other half make meth.
Anyway, chase the guy off. It's 5 minutes long. I'm not going to watch a whole 5-minute video. 5-minute video is too long for this show. My attention span won't allow it. But good on you for chasing that racist off. And then a big shout out to hero Jessica Tarloff, the only person on Fox News that has any sense. So the new outrage this week is that Hillary Clinton was interviewed, and he said, hey, perhaps at some point we should have some formal re-education of Trump supporters because they're a cult who are out of their fucking mind. And so, oh my God, clutch my pearls tighter. All of the right-wing vlogosphere, all of the news agencies were incensed by this. So Jessica on the spot to set them straight.
But I really need everyone to spare me the faux outrage and the pearl clutching about this. Little collection of things that Donald Trump and high-ranking Republicans call liberals on a daily basis. Anarchists, anti-American, deranged, communists, corrupt, compromised, groomers and perverts, thugs and traitors. Now, she was explicit that she was talking about a subsection of the Republican Party the same way that Joe Biden is when he talks about this MAGA extremism. But you tell me, if the leader of the Democratic Party, so that would be Joe Biden, was facing 4 indictments with 91 felony counts, he had been found liable of sexually assaulting a woman and defaming her, that's E. Jean Carroll, guilty of fraud, sharing the nation's secrets, not only in the Mar-a-Lago indictment, but there was a report yesterday from ABC News that he had shared information about our nuclear submarine capacities with an Australian billionaire.
It's the first time Fox has mentioned it. Imagine Joe Biden doing anything even close to this. They would not talk about anything else. Trump did it. Trump gives away our nuclear secrets. Crickets. Literally won't even mention it.
who's a member at Mar-a-Lago, who had then gone on and shared that with dozens of other people, ended up making a purchase, I think, of 3 subs. It included specifics up to how many nuclear warheads they carry and how close they can get to Russian subs without being detected. And then I told you, so all of that is happening, and he's shooting up in the polls. And when you see those interviews of Trump supporters outside of the rallies, they're like, none of this is true. It's the big lie. He won the election, et cetera. And you wouldn't say to me, you guys are in a cult? It's actually tame, what Hillary Clinton was saying.
Yeah, it is tame. You guys are so ridiculous. Nothing matters. No reason to ever listen to anything you say. It's all so unbelievably fake. And one more to finish this off with, another Jessica clip. Oh, this is the same one. All right. Is that it? Is that all my material? Is that all I got? I guess that's fucking it. It was the same one twice. All right. Folks, join me on the after party right now. We got a whole he shall be Elon section for those who like keeping up with the Elon news. It's all going to shit beautifully. And a couple slow news week. So don't miss out. Available to all of the Dust Buddies and also my patrons. Go join my patron. Link in the description of the video. I would appreciate it. And Parker, if I give you money, will you watch an anime movie titled Grave of Fireflies? You and Jeff will like it. How much money are you going to give me to watch that? Perhaps you can bribe me to watch it. My time is valuable, though. Digital A Basin, $50. Very generous. Woo! I think Billy Idol wrote these boots are made for walking. That is a good point. Billy Bowie, I think you mean. After he wrote Heroes. Yep. Good point there. I do love both those songs. And I love you, Digital Al Basin. Amazing you are. I appreciate you, your hero. Gwick, I'm straight. I've seen some trans women that I gladly try out. Not gonna lie. Hell yeah. Transgender porn super popular on 4chan. I watch all kinds of that shit. I like it when they have the smaller penises, though. The bigger penises make me feel intimidated for some reason. I don't know. Why would a jackal eat his... why would a cop punch his face? Because that's what they do. You know I was a snake when you let me in, bitch. You're the best. Hey, you're the best, Boss Def. Much love, Dusty. Much love to you, Joseph M. Birkenheimer. You're rock. Do you ever kiss the cat? I probably have, but just on the head or something, not on the lips or nothing. Scholar King, someone said you could always commit true crime. I read that already. I think I did everything. Hell yeah. And all right, folks, I'm getting out of here to the after party. I will be back Monday. I get a weekend off. It's amazing. I worked so hard this week. Holy shit. It has been exhausting. So I'm going to enjoy my time off. Not yet, though. I still got to do an after party. But after that, I'm going to have fun this weekend. I think I might do some nitrous. Hell yeah. I think I'm going to get drunk. I only drink on Saturdays now. I'll let myself drink one day a week on Saturday. So tomorrow, if my nitrous comes in, I'm going to get drunk as fuck and do nitrous all day long. So don't expect to see me tomorrow. I don't care what happens. I don't care if JF Garipay gets arrested. Okay, if JF gets arrested, I'm going to do a show tomorrow. I'm just going to do it fucked up. But unless that happens, you're not going to see me till Monday. So I will see you guys on Monday. I love the shit out of you and appreciate you. Join me right now on the after party. Do it to it. Also, comment. Please. That helps with the algorithm. Like the video. Share the video with your friends. All the things that you know what you're doing. I appreciate you. See you guys after the weekend. And as always, till next time, Logic, fuck yes. And now let's play The Greatest Show, an original tune by Dusty Smith. Oh, kitty party. I promise. Love you, buddy. Oh, hell yeah. I hear you loud and clear, E. That is the best news I've heard in fucking ever. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Best week ever. Holy shit. Now I'm as happy as a little girl. Thank you, E. Thank you, fucking E. Good night, everybody. Switch over now.